What's up, YouTube? Welcome to another edition of your friendly neighborhood comic book dude, where when I'm at a gunfight, I bring arrows. I'm your host, the man, the myth, the legend, the friendly neighborhood comic book dude. Think this week, our batch of stuff to see is going to be short but sweet, only because I've got a handful of doubles, which I try not to waste your guys' time with. They're things that we've already showcased at some point or other on the channel. Just happen to find another of, so slap them right on the list with a price and just, continue about our days. Maybe somebody was interested in them and they'll catch them again. Either way, though, I try not to spend screen time on that stuff. Let's get the YouTube stuff out of the way. Still growing, still a tiny guy, getting close to that 100 subscriber line. Love it if you'd be one of the people to help me get me there. So like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for the notifications. I have either tonight or tomorrow my exclusive preview for a new comic coming out in August through Diamond Comic Collectibles. Keep an eye out for that. It's an all-ages title. It's not my title, but I got the preview through the creators of the book, so hopefully that's a way to help them get their work out there and help me help you guys by expanding the channel. And as always, for any of you guys that are really into these things, really want to get your hands on them, you're the people that are buying every week. Just remember, I have a Patreon. There are a couple of tiers to it, but the easiest, cheapest tier gets you 24 hours early access to anything that you would see in the video. So then when I show you the thing in the video and I'm like, ooh, by the way, that was already taken by a patron, that could have been you. That's $1 a month. It's a quarter a week to get early access. 4 videos a month, so quarter per video. I can't sell it easier than that, other than the revenue from that will help me get a better setup to both bring you these videos and other content that I've got planned. And if you're not too interested in that, just do it so you get a leg up on the other guy. So for example, this week's patron already sold item we'll start with that first, just to get that out of the way, is a set of Marvel Legends monsters from our friends at Toy Biz. I believe this is a mid 2000s release. Came out in 06, but it comes with all 4 of the Universal monsters that in their forms through Marvel. I mean, we got Frankenstein, we got Dracula, we've got the werewolf, Werewolf by Night. Zombie, I guess in this context, sort of replaces the Mummy. There have been iterations of the Mummy in Marvel too, but just not in this set. Also looks like it comes with a comic, it's a poster book. So this guy went for $140, and it didn't even make its way all the way through the video. It's already sold to a patron, so, could be you. I've got several patrons. I'd like to grow that as well. But yeah, shout out to TJ Gomez. He's one of our higher tier patrons. Being a patron gets you benefits. Shameless pitch aside. All right. So, what else do we got? What do I have that is wonderful to look at, something you'll enjoy, and could still potentially get? Oh boy. Well, let's start with a small piece, a cheap piece, a Harry Potter Hermione Wizard Suites doll from Mattel, circa 2001. In the height of Harry Potter movies, this is right. I want to say we were right around the first movie with this one. I don't quote me on that. We might have been maybe second. But it comes with a candy charm bracelet. Not actually made out of candy, but it's meant to look like it. It is scented though, which is cool if you're into that and you end up opening this. And if not, it's just a cool little Hermione doll. Not expensive. Not the type of thing that really shot way up in value over the years. It's $15 is what you guys will end up paying for it. So yeah, there's that. Let's see what else we got. All right, we'll ease in with a little bit more. This next one is a cool little Yoda minifigure. And it comes with a little book of Yoda's wisdom, like a little black book-sized book. It comes with a little stand with a swamp behind him. Really not bad. Another like cool little piece. I think this is relatively new, to be honest. Though, well, it's 10 years old. Came out in 2010, but it's not expensive. It's probably gonna go for about $10. So there's that. But yeah. Show next, what will I do? Okay, we'll hold off on that guy for a second. We've come across a handful of these as we go through. I think I've shown The Mummy. I think we've done Dracula, Frankenstein so far, at least from this particular series. So Diamond Select Toys, in arm of Diamond distributors, did their own take on these Universal monsters, like cloth figures. They're supposed to be in the vein of like the original Migos. For the most part, I have not seen these creepily high in price. Bride of Frankenstein here is going to run you about $30, probably just a little bit more than you paid for her when she came out. There is some yellowing on the top of the plastic for any that bothers, but she's intact. She's never been opened, so that's sort of a personal preference at that point. What bothers you more? On the other hand, though, this is sort of an exception to the rule. Creature from the Black Lagoon cloth figure from this same series. This guy is pricey. I don't know if it's because Creature the Black Lagoon is probably not one of the first bought when it comes to the figures like this, but he's got his place. He's a wonderful monster. I'm not knocking him. Just general consensus wise, people are running for Dracula. They're running for Frankenstein. Bride. He's on the lower end of the totem pole. So then when people realize, oh shoot, I want him too, all gone, then demand skyrockets as well as the price. So that being said, after I crunched the lows and the highs on this guy, looking at $80 for him. I know it's kind of pricey, but it's not like some weird isolated number. It's a lot of these were like averaging somewhere between like 80, 100, 110. It boggled my mind. I'm like, really? And I had to like triple check, but $80 for the creature. What is next? Alright, let's move it on up. Next, we had a piece like a week or so back that was a Funko X Super 7. So it's like it's from Funko, but I think they like partnered with Super 7 to like make these like action figure type sets. Well, it's actually like a three-way partnership because these are reaction figures. So Funko Reaction X Super 7. So we got ourselves a little Alien 3-pack here that comes with Ripley, a power loader, and an alien queen. Yeah. Cool set. Never been opened. The box is pretty pristine. I am noticing a little ding on the corner there. So, always I try to give you guys full disclosure so it's not like, oh god, he's trying to trick us. No. So, there's that. Other than that, this thing is pristine. The seals have never been broken. These figures have never been played with or touched or displayed, so. What do we got for that? The Alien 3-pack from Reaction. Reaction Funko is $75 for this set. Which is also, again, better than the last one that we had of this, which was Jaws. Now that I think about it, it was Jaws. So. But yeah, not bad. Probably on par with what it went for. Maybe a little not a little less, maybe a touch more. So, next, as we plumb the depths of our soul, waiting for the world to return to normal and go see movies, because I don't mind, VOD for some things, but Marvel Cinematic Universe movies you can't put them on Disney Plus and expect us to enjoy them the same way. So Black Widow should be coming soon. Cross our fingers. In the meantime, though, we can enjoy some beautiful Natasha Romanoff mini bust from our friends at Gentle Giant. It's a 7-inch mini bust, and it was out of 500 pieces. This one is number 100 of 500, so on the lower end, not the high end. It does look like there was some sun damage to the top of the box, which what that means is like the box itself was faded. And as always with any of the mini busts or the statues, it has been opened by the comic book store that it was purchased from to check for damage. Very common practice in this day and age, because it's better to have the thing sealed but in the box still than or unsealed, I'm sorry, in the box still versus sealed and then broken but you never knew it. Because if you unseal it, you can check for damage and you can report it and get a replacement. If you wait 10 years to open the damn thing and it's broken, well, you got a broken thing. But, so limited number, Gentle Giant, all sound like good things. What's our price looking like? That's pretty reasonable for what it is. It's $100. $100 for a Gentle Giant mini bust. That's not bad. I think the last one we sold was a Moon Knight one. That one sold for like $250 from, the same series of like Gentle Giant Marvel mini busts. So, not bad. Next, we'll move on to a statue, full blown. We got ourselves a Catwoman here from the sculpt. It says it's Sam Greenwell. It's a cute little statue. She stands at 10 inches. Lovely. Is this DC Cover Girls? Yeah, it's a Cover Girl. There is a box crunch there, but if you're displaying this statue, then it really doesn't matter because the box is just going to go in your attic or something. And again, as always, seal is broken to check for damage. If this figure is in our possession, it means it was checked and cleared for damage. Cool little piece though. It's definitely more of a modern looking Catwoman. Like 2000s era. Kind of looks a little like how she would have looked with like New 52 / pre New 52, right around there. So yeah. Catwoman. What do we have for you? Catwoman is 85. 85. That's about right. I feel like a statue like this probably went for somewhere between 100 and 150. So, it's a deal. Next. This one is definitely pricier than I would have originally thought, but the popularity surrounding Sean Murphy has definitely gone up. So we got ourselves a Batman black and white statue. It's not incredibly big. There's a sort of a sketch to the side rather than like a picture of what the statue would look like, and it sits at 8.75 inches there. Sean Murphy, for anybody who's not familiar, has gained popularity over the last several years from a sort of an Elseworlds Batman that he did called Batman the White Knight, and I think there's a second series that's either done or close to done, probably delayed because of the pandemic, called Batman Curse of the White Knight. And it imagines a world where the Joker is the good guy and Batman is the bad guy. And it's definitely a different take. The art is very, very nice. Sean Murphy, I believe, does his writing and art duties too, which is always a nice blend. You're the visionary, and you get to put your pen to your paper to make it how you want. So it's pretty cool. Because of his rising popularity, though, there is probably more demand for Sean Murphy-related items, as I noticed when I priced this out. The average on this, because there were solds over 200 and solds in the 150 ranges. This is gonna make this one $175. Normal fare. It has been open to check for damage. I don't believe this was a limited number. No, if it's a limited number, they didn't put that on this box. DC has been known to do that sometimes, where they just like etch it into the base, but they didn't like say that it was a limited number at first. Usually the reason behind that is they'll number it, but they don't want to like lock themselves into like okay, there's only so many in case they go back for more. So that might have been the case. Hard to say. I will leave that to the forever homeowner of this item. But yeah, pricey piece, at least for what it is. But if you're a fan of Sean Murphy, it's not really that pricey. It's you're paying for what you want. Next, sort of a two item thing here. I mean, they are separate, and they will likely sell separately. But it would be really cool if they sold together. So we got some Bowens, which is, becoming a commonplace on the channel weekly. I got ourselves a Black Panther, which is like classic Black Panther. He doesn't even have like the necklace. This is the classic museum version. Very like plain Jane, like trying to like hide in the dark and stuff. And this was limited to 900. This is actually rare for us. Usually the numbering is like a lower number, and this guy's high. He is 894 of 900, so he's one of the last ones. Which I'm not sure if that has any bearing on whether or not people want them or not. I tend to think people go for lower, not higher, but maybe they were like QCing better towards the end because they're almost done. Hard to say. So there's this guy. Not quite ready for the prices on him yet. And then we got Storm, who's a little bigger than him. Let's see if we can hold them both up big so you can see. I mean, there's a difference in box size for sure. Wider and a little taller. She's got her like classic X-Men, like giant size X-Men look. She's over 12 inches tall. He's also over 12 inches tall, so this might just be a box thing. She's got like a base and stuff. I don't know. Her numbering was out of 1,000, and she was number 778. Now, for you folks out there that aren't like big time Marvel people, don't like follow the comics and stuff, I didn't just slap these together and say that they might go together because they're both Black Marvel characters. There was a time and place where Storm and T'Challa were married. She was the Queen of Wakanda for a little while. But as all things go in the Marvel Universe, nothing lasts. Deaths don't last. Weddings don't last. Nothing lasts. They're always short-lived. Whenever you see them happen, there's like a clock on it to see when's it going to end. With few exceptions, but even, I don't know. But yeah, there's definitely a huge difference in price in these guys, though. Black Panther is $250, right? $250. All right. Storm, I don't know what drives this again. She's double. Storm is $500. She's pricey. Could be because she's a female Marvel character. Could be because she wasn't as bought at the time, and now people are looking. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. So that's $750 for the pair. I haven't decided. I might offer a bulk, like a bulk price to buy them both. Buy them as a set. Get the married couple of Wakanda before they separate. Or if they do sell separately, then I guess this is post-wedding and not pre. But, yep, $500 and $250. I think Storm might be our priciest item of the day, so something to keep in mind there. Let's move on to something spooky. This week seems like more hero stuff than not. Next, we got ourselves a Women of Dynamite statue, Vampirella. They have done many versions of this even particular statue. I think when you look on the back, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different versions of this statue. They list them all here on the bottom. They've got standard, artist proof, diamond eye artist proof, black and white artist proof, black and white diamond eye, and then black and white diamond eye artist proof. Whew, that's a lot of different options, and each have their own limitations. This being the one that's got the most. This one was out of 1,969, which is the year that she came out, was 1969. They don't give you the information for it on the outside of the box. It may very well be similar to how I described the DCs, where it's like etched into it, or there might be like a... Oh, what do we got up here? Oh, there is actually a notation up top. It looks like she is 1682 of 1969. So, and actually, she has been open, but we got the card came out, but she's got the seal broken, so she's been checked for damage. Vampirella, very, sort of an iconic female vampire character. She's been around for a while, a good 20, 30 years. Probably one of Dynamite, at this point, it's Dynamite's flagship characters, although she wasn't always a Dynamite character. I'll be honest, I'm not huge into Vampirella. I don't know her lineage per se. If I remember reading right, I think she comes from another planet though. She's not like the same kind of vampires that are on Earth, but feel free to correct me in the comments. I know she's had like lots of run-ins with other characters. They've like paired up with lots of people, and up to and including characters like Dracula and things like that. So, and nowadays Dynamite does a crossover like almost every year where they like mash their characters together, and she's been in all those. She meets Red Sonja a lot. That's a pretty standard thing for her at Dynamite. So, Vampirella though, figure's not that old. It's only 4 years old, and it's $100, which is probably about what it came out for. Cool thing too, if you didn't notice. I mean, it says it right on there. But J. Scott Campbell did the design for this. Great coverist. If you've never seen a J. Scott Campbell cover, look him up. He's one of the people that probably draws comic females in the stereotypical fashion that some people complain about, which is okay, but he does it very well. And they both look very feminine while being like very artistically like well drawn. So that's what I can say about that. Vampirella. Alright, next we got ourselves a little Star Wars action here. A little 2-pack from The Force Awakens. We got Rey and Finn. This is an Artifacts Kotobukiya 2-pack here. It's like a pre-painted model kit where you like build it. It's a 10th scale, and I did open it myself actually to ensure that all the pieces were there, because I did have an issue with the last Artifacts Kotobukiya item from Star Wars that I tried to sell, so I wanted to be sure that everything was good, and it was. So, what are these guys running? Rey and Finn 2-pack is $140. That's probably pretty standard for an Artifacts Kotobukiya, to be honest. 2-pack might even have been like $200 now that I think about it. Either like $180 or $200. They might have given you like a little break. But Artifacts Kotobukiyas on their own are usually like $80 to $100 or more. So $140 might be a deal. And this is a couple of years old at this point. I mean, this came out with like Force Awakens, so. But yep, $140. What else do we got? We got some sideshows. We've got a Mummy sideshow and a Hunchback of Notre Dame sideshow, both of Universal Monster fame. There's our Hunchback. And there are multiple versions of the Mummy from Sideshow. This is the version that comes as I like to call it, Egyptian Hugh Hefner. Pretty cool, but it's not. It's also not like the wrapped up version that some people are looking for. Full disclosure on this one, he's never been removed. However, the perforation that's on this has essentially dissolved, so this part of the box is starting to come up. Again, he's, if you can see him, he's still in there. He's got his like fastenings. He's never been opened, but for anybody that might bother, just keep it in mind. Prices on our sideshow friends here. What do we got? The Mummy is $150, and the Hunchback is only $60. So, this one's a bit of a steal, and this one's probably, harder to come by and up there for those folks that like the Mummy. So, there's that. We're coming close to the end here. I got 2 things left for you. We usually have been doing like at least one DC Direct. This is our DC Direct for the week. We got ourselves a Black Canary, little beautiful Dino Lance here, 6 scale deluxe collectible figure. She's got some interchangeable pieces. As always, not been opened. No seal broken up there. So cool though. She's definitely one of the like more modern looking designs. Probably like circa 2007, I'd say. But they still gave her like the Green Arrow eye cover thing if she wants to go retro. Black Canary. Black Canary is $125. And our last piece. I always love when it comes to replicas, when we get like props or things that came from movies, whether or not this is a movie that you really like or not. It's just cool. I like them myself. They're the type of collectible that I collect, among other things. But if I come across something like that at a convention, or came across at a convention, past tense, those would be the type of things that I'd be spending my money on. We got ourselves a pumpkin bomb replica from the Spider-Man movies with Tobey Maguire. It says specifically Spider-Man 3, but technically it's the same bomb that was used in Spider-Man 1. So, I mean, if you're a fan of how that looked, it's pretty cool. It is a limited number, and it's from Diamond Select Toys as well. Looks like this one's number 258 of 1,000. And I believe there's a stand inside. Oh, and the sculpt is by Gentle Giant, too, which is also a good sign. Numbered display with stand with matching box. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm always going to be a fan of this type of thing. If nobody else ends up getting this might live here. Where are we? Pumpkin Bomb, there you are. Oh. Apparently, the price did not say for that item. If I remember right, though, it was, I want to say it was somewhere between 100 and 150 for this, though. But you'll just have to check the links in the description when the video posts, because when it actually hits online, there will be a price there. I will double check that before we get that up. And as always, if you're somebody that wants to get your hands on these things that you've seen in the video, I get the links in the description for the Patreon, so you can get the ahead of time for next time. I've got links to Facebook, which is usually where these things go first. And then if they don't sell Facebook, there's also a link to eBay, where if you have any concern about me as a seller, or maybe you miss it on Facebook, because I give Facebook a week usually, and then they move over to eBay. I've got full 100% positive feedback, top-rated seller, good stuff. Not here to screw anybody. I'm just trying to get collectibles into the hands of people so they can enjoy them the same way as the person who used to own them did. But as always, I've been your friendly neighborhood comic book dude. I guess I will catch you next time.